1, and go. All things total, we did some XP calculations behind the scenes, all right? Or behind the scenes, it was actually live in front of the audience, but you guys won't see this on YouTube. So, the party has hit level 3 dead even in exchange for a chunk of the beats that I promised them for the survival of the party. They did some really hefty things. There was actually a fight in there where they downed Shore. Shore was a CR5 creature, and they didn't have the help of all those slaves, which is why they almost lost Stool during that fight last session. So, you guys will be level 3
but
next
we stuffed
time
him in a trunk.
We stuffed him in his lady lover's trunk, too.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true. She has some junk in her trunk now.
So...
oh my God.
So, we've
Long
got...
rest.
Okay, so it is you guys have dove off. You're all in the water now at this point. Everybody who hadn't can jump off. The ooze was battered and destroyed, and you guys will be able to pull yourself up and over the slippery, slick rocks that make this pool stay where it is, and you will be able to finally, for the first time in about a week and a half, set your feet on the ground as a free person.
Woo! Free person, and I got brothers and sisters again.
I instantly mend my clothes, prestidigitate, clean them.
Prestidigitation. This guy.
Yep.
Can you get me too, please?
Yeah, actually. There you
Oh
go.
God, that feels so much better.
I hope you don't mind. The only color I had left in the palette was pink.
Oh my God, I hope you're bright pink now, please. Make it blue.
I'm gonna move you guys. Do not panic. I'm putting you on a spot that
I
actually
can make
has...
you blue. Here, mend your clothes.
Don't.
And blue.
I will hit you with the blunt side of my axe if you...
I wish you'd said that before I made you blue. Would you like me to fix your axe? Because I can do that too. Here, give me your axe. I'll fix it.
You can actually mend my axe? Whoa,
Yeah.
What? That's the thing you can do?
Yeah, that's the thing I can do. It's magic.
My armor too? My armor got eaten by that stupid ooze too. Okay, you can
Yeah,
make
I can totally
now.
mend it.
If you
Bring
can
your
fix
armor
my
over here.
axe, if you could actually
I'll just
fix
lay
my axe,
hands.
you can
Yeah,
make
I'll just lay
whatever
hands on
fucking
your
color
armor
you
and your axe.
want. Okay.
Bring it over
Awesome.
here. Ready? Here.
Nice.
1,
Yep.
2, 3. No. You ready?
What are we doing?
3. Boom. Mended. Yep, that's right. That's what mending is for.
They're illusions, Michael. No, that's pretty awesome, actually. It's fucking sweet. Well, I'm gonna edit my sheet back now. Thought I was gonna be walking around with that for longer than that.
No. I can fix those short
I
swords.
thought you were
and
too.
they
I'm not
can
gonna
cut-
lie.
If they're
I
not
think
totally
the short
destroyed.
swords. I think the short swords got completely destroyed.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
But your
But
armor
I
is
still
also.
have my axes. Yeah, my armor got messed up as well. So if you wanna,
It's not magical, so you didn't even lose anything. That's
yeah, that's awesome. Where is my weapons? Let me.
I'm gonna recover that bolt out of the rock's eye,
Fuck
mend it to
yeah.
make sure it's at 100%, and
Like
be
this
like,
guy.
this is my lucky bolt.
All right, so now that I've got the whole party in here, where we can all see them, I even brought the ooze. It's a party.
What?
I gotta move the
Where
ooze.
am I?
That's-
I
Why
can't
is there
see.
Do we have a pet ooze?
No.
It's
Nice.
all blackness. Oh, there we are.
All right, so
Damn.
you guys are down to the
damn it! What happened?
southeast of where you're at. So you guys are like the wizard will spend his time mending stuff up, right?
Taking a long rest. I get my second wind back. Fuck yeah.
All right, so you guys are taking a long rest. Might I
Yes.
recommend actually blowing a short rest first, then spending at least half your HD and then hitting a long rest.
That's fine. What the hell is
Well-
going on? I can't scroll up.
You know what?
I'm going
Actually,
to start with a long rest because I have literally nothing that I will get back after a short rest.
you get to spend your HD on a short rest.
I'm missing 1 hit point.
Hey,
If you guys want to take a few hours, all right, while the rocks are fighting upstairs, like it's way up there now. If you guys want to take a few hours, find a good a piece of shelter and rest up. I will just let everybody fully heal.
We leveled. We vroom. Everything is like reset
know,
now.
right?
We're good.
I'm good with
Good.
this because I don't want to get into questions of like how many hit dice do I actually have right now because I'm technically level 3, etc. You guys can just be topped off all of your spells, all of your HP, with a few exceptions. Ront, Eldith, Ront and Eldith and Sereth will actually maintain their wounds, unless the party wants to spend spells on them.
I
I
can
don't have
only-
anything that can help them. I can mend their clothes and their weapons, but I can't actually fix them.
And I don't have any spells until after we finish a
Do
long
we
rest.
have any potions left?
Yes, probably.
Oh,
I
we
don't
have-
know. There was
we
that
have
one that was in my
a
Have you
potion.
not
potion
been keeping count? Have you bastards not been keeping count?
I have. Trust me. I know how many
Okay.
potions the
Do
party
we
has.
have any potions
Dan
left?
has 1 potion of healing left.
Make them
One.
split it.
That's. Does it,
Can we do that?
No.
can we do that?
No, you can't.
Can Eldon make a medicine check to successfully do that?
No.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
Good, Dan. Check
I
tag.
tried.
Do
I gave
that.
it a valiant effort. Okay. I'd say Eldon? Ron's a little less cumbersome
Yeah,
if he's a little
yeah, let's-
injured.
it's true. Let's give it to Eldith. I'm okay. with
Okay. I'm going to take Ront off into a corner and say thank you so much for your valiant effort while they are feeding a potion to Eldith so that he does not notice it happening.
All
For some
right.
reason, I thought that was going to
want-
end with
I
and
want you to
shank
roll
him
me-
as a mercy kill.
I want you to roll me deception.
Oh,
right.
yeah. You're going to have to do that.
Fuck.
Oh, I
you
thought
beat
that
him.
was 2 twos.
Oh,
my God.
He was two.
22, 22. That just happened. All right.
Thank God.
So Ront rolls a 2 in that perception check and 22, and you get a 20 perception. So you're like patting on the back, like thank you so much. And Ront looks at you, right? He says, yeah. And then he'll just like brush you aside, and he'll actually head up to Katana.
Yeah.
Like, so Ront is looking up at you, and Eldith is just like sneakily hiding away the potion vial. And Ront will look you up and down, and like he's obviously uncomfortable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but eventually he nods to himself as if like he's come to a conclusion, right? And he offers his hand.
Not all doors
I
are
will
bad.
totally, dude.
He obviously says, "Well fought."
Well fought indeed. Foot
Uh,
of rock.
Yeah, like
I'm
yeah.
gonna like giggle joke and be like, I straight up tackled a rock. I can't believe I did that.
He says, "Well fought. You'd have made a good orc."
Thanks. I feel like if I said the same thing back to you, it would insult you. But if it wouldn't, then you would
This
make
is-
a good dwarf. And I'm gonna like
He
trail
he
off.
looks down. He says, he looks at you and says, "This is hard enough as it is." Like,
Yeah, the sentiment's mutual, but I can at least agree that we are both some excellent brawlers.
we are seeing a lot of beats for that. We're seeing a lot of beats for that. That is HM beats 10. You guys are stockpiling the
that's
shit out
right.
of these things.
Get those beats back. Yeah.
All right. So
Now, are there any healing potions in this barren, rock-covered wasteland?
I could look for them.
do you guys? Okay. So first off, camp. Who's taking watch for how long?
I can take first watch because I'm pretty much good to go. My short rest, I've got my second win back. I'm willing to take first watch because I'm really not desperately injured as well. I am
Alright.
more than happy to take first watch while everybody else sleeps.
Does anybody want to volunteer
Just
for next?
between the three of us, who do we not trust? Because we should probably set those people up with watches with us.
Topsy-turvy.
Okay. So
I trust. I
Okay.
think I trust everybody here. Actually, if they really want to try and fuck with me,
It's not that I don't
They
trust
saw
them
what
as
I'm
much as it
capable
is
of.
that it's not that I think they'll backstab us as much as it is I think they would just engage with whatever came across their path instead of letting us know.
Okay, so we need to split it up into at least 4 parts, right?
Yeah. Wow.
well, we don't have any elves. Well, no, we have the drow.
Okay, so
drow
Ed,
don't really
you
have
need-
to sleep. He's
you
got to
need-
sleep 4 hours tops.
you need 8 hours of
Darendale
rest with the
doesn't
exception of the
technically need to
elves.
sleep either if he's still got any elf powers left.
Um,
Trance.
Everybody-
Can Darendale trance?
can he trance? You don't know. Do you ask him that?
Yes. I ask him, Darendale, can you trance? Why
He
good
kinda,
elf?
he kind of
You
looks
can't
up,
just go around asking elves if they trance.
like.
Shitty ass. All right.
Yeah,
So-
they might be house.
So
It's not like I'm It's not like it's a sensitive gender question.
So
that
Darendil
was
will he'll look over
that
his
was
shoulder
a
at you. He was like inspecting
It's really
the
not
rock.
that big a deal.
Like he was dragging his paw through the dirt, like as if testing, like drawing something or just idly, and then he like brushes the dirt aside when you look over him. And he says, "No, oh, I'm sorry, wrong voice." He looks over. And says, "I'm afraid not, Mr. Deinstein. I have probably been cursed for too long. It's begun to take deep root."
That sucks.
Yes, indeed.
Someday maybe I'll figure that out for you. No promises though. You know, I almost died today, and I'm just feeling a little positive I'm still alive. So.
So am I, Mr. Deinstein.
Everybody kind of almost died. At
So
some
am I.
point, everybody almost kind of died.
But I'm the important one.
So you've acquired that information. You can't you can't quite. So you have to. Everybody has to have 8 hours of rest. This probably means that your camp is going to be
3 shifts.
3 shifts, and you're
Yeah,
and
3
it's,
shifts is normal. It's
and that's
standard.
gonna be what 12. How many hours does that total take? Because you gotta get the 8 hours of rest, or does the actual
You
camp?
take
itself
like
take
9. You take 9 hours divided by 3. Everyone takes a 3-hour shift, and you're done.
All right, I'll rule that.
That sounds
enough.
right.
Yeah.
Nobody.
We'll say that.
I
We'll say that.
don't know. Pluto's looking at me weird.
If you've got if you've got 3 shifts, an 8-hour rest will be enough to get you the full rest mechanic. I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Because otherwise you're striking camp for like 11 or 12
I guess.
hours. Like,
Yeah, I'm
Right.
guessing. Like, why don't all y'all motherfuckers sleep, and then I'll take. I'll do my I'm a dwarf actually. Do I need 8 hours as a dwarf?
Yeah, you
Elves are
do.
the only ones that are
Yeah.
special, right? Okay, yeah.
Math hype.
We could split into 2 groups instead and just get going faster. Not like there's a constant.
Technically, my
night down
familiar
here.
is not an actual animal, so it can keep watch the whole damn time.
Tell it to
keep me-
scree if there's anything weird.
Yeah, well, I'll have it brain blast me with its telepathy if there's anything weird.
All right. So our shifts are Gitana and who? Because you want to take shifts together rather than alone.
Right.
That way you can like keep each other up, avoid falling asleep, etc., etc.
How about we just keep it with our NPC groups? That would be easiest way to split it. So you'd have like Shuthar, and I would have Darendel, Topsy, and Turvy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down with having Elendel and Sereth, and yeah.
All right.
Stool.
That works for me.
Yep. I will entertain Stool.
Does Stool even sleep? He doesn't. He doesn't know how. Remember?
He dreams.
Yeah, but he doesn't know what to notify us of either.
Yeah, no, look, we're not.
Dan,
Stool does
no,
not-
I saw a
that's
fungus
not true.
over there.
We're trusting.
Yeah,
with
he would
watch.
go. He would grab somebody and go, "What's that?"
Tug, tug, tug. What's that? It's like a fucking lizard. What's that?
Is that a friend? Can I make friends?
The lizard probably wouldn't bug him.
What's
No.
that? It's a rock.
So,
What's that?
It's a rock.
It's the
All right,
same.
so-
rock.
I will entertain. I will
So-
take first shift of entertaining Stool.
okay, so let's move our tokens here into the group so we can visually see who's on what
Okay.
shift. All right.
Eldith.
Because this is basically what I'm going to assume, unless you notify me this changes when you say I strike camp. This is what I'm going to assume is happening.
All right.
All right.
Back up to Max here.
Yeah, I can take care of the angry orc, and the 2 sneaky.
Oh man, you totally got the shittiest end of this stick.
He's done the best job with it so far. He's doing great.
All right. So as you guys are divvying up, like the NPCs all have like they all have like little chat bubbles that say "talk to me" over their heads, right? So I'm gonna get that shit rolling.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
So Ront shared his piece, right? And he'll go over and do the same thing with Eldith, and Eldith takes it a little less gracefully than you do, but she doesn't instigate anything. Like
There's no
she's-
point to it. Yeah.
Yeah, well fought. She says, yeah, whatever. Right, and like Ront doesn't take offense to this, like he's not happy about this, but you guys literally saved his life, and as far as he's able to tell, like you're getting the idea, like the way he looks up at what is now the ceiling, but would normally be the sky, where one associates with the gods. You guys are part of his punishment from Grumsh, and he needs to fucking suck it up. Is basically that's how he's looking at it. But he's not being hostile. He's actually trying to be civil, which is clearly difficult, but he's succeeding. Jim Jar, what was the bet that he made with you, Glossy?
Oh, that's right. You guys had a bet.
Um,
Something about being able to escape.
yeah, the bet was if we could get out, he would help us get back to the surface. And if we couldn't get out, it was something stupid because I knew I wasn't going to lose.
Right. So he'll head up, like Glossy, he'll start flipping his coin in his hand. You don't know where the coin came from? But he's flipping a coin, and there's that little catch. Catch. Right? And he'll sit down next to you, Gloss. He says, well, it, looks like I owe you, doesn't it? You make a hell of a pincushion.
Yeah, I'm good at that. Learned it on the streets.
This is, not me. I don't make a good pincushion. I also didn't learn it on the streets. That's probably why.
Probably why, yeah.
So, looks like I'm stuck helping you. You guys know where you want to go next?
Well, ideally the surface, but I don't know exactly how to get there yet. So, if you have any thoughts...
Eldith will pipe up as she heads over. She says, that's just it. I've held a few, raiding parties down here. Couple of reasons. We've had to excurge. We've had to run raiding parties down here a bit. A few times. And each time, it's like this place is a fucking maze. I swear to the gods. It's the same every time, but it doesn't feel like it. You get so lost. There's only a few people who know their ways in and out. If more people knew their way in and out, we'd have a hell of a lot more problems than just slave trade coming from the Drow, you know? Getting ourselves to the surface is going to be tricky. Not impossible, but tricky. We're going to have to find somebody who knows where to go.
Yeah. I think that's what we're looking for.
She says, well, I like your girl back there, so I'm going anywhere she goes.
See, tackling that Vrock just got me brownie points for like everyone, man.
Yep.
I'm sticking around that. I like surviving.
So is this during? We're not doing the watch yet. We're
No,
all
like
just
this is
chit-chat,
like
right?
camp is being set up, and like she's
Okay.
actually like collecting bits of mushroom and stuff and setting up a small fire, etc. Right?
Don't feed any of that to Sprout. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
All right.
Which is short to stool. Don't feed the mushrooms to the mushroom, please. I'm going to whatever city gets me to the person that we need to guide us out of here. Do we have anybody here that knows how the hell to get to a main city?
Sushar will pipe up now that he is free, right?
Yeah, he said he could find Blibdle Poop or something,
And I've
right?
still got his
Yeah.
his
Which is on the
thing.
way to Gauntlgrim.
It's called Sloobladoop.
Sloobladop.
Sloobladop. And I have a bone in a leather thong from Shushar. I still got that. You made it out. Here you go, buddy.
Yeah, he'll take that. He says, many thanks.
You're most welcome. I would have delivered it, just so you know, in case. I would have.
Okay, so in review, just so you guys know what your characters already know as the NPCs start piping up again. Your options are Sloobladop, which takes you across the dark lake, all right, which will bring you to Gracklestug. Gracklestug is the Duragar city. Now, the Duragar are not, like, they are, from what you've been told, they are lawful evil. But they also do trade extensively.
It's a trade post, pretty much.
Yeah.
And so there's going to be lots of caravans and stuff going through.
Yep, as you've been told, Gracklestug is like, they're dwarves. I mean, they're dark dwarves, but they're dwarves. They got forges, they do armor, weapons, all kinds of stuff. So they have to have places to go. There's got to be somebody in Gracklestug that can help. In addition, you also have the option of Neverlight Grove, which Stool does not know yet how to get to. But
as we travel through the...
Yeah, he said it was on the
might be
lake. I feel like it's near the lake, near where Sloobladop is.
it might be he doesn't know.
Okay.
He has no idea because he's never been. He doesn't know what lost is. He's never been lost. He was kidnapped from his people by the Drow. Remember?
He's always been right here.
Just right here.
Yeah.
So your options are Dark Lake across to Gracklestug. Okay. Then there's Neverlight Grove. There's also Blingenstone, which is
Blingenstone is full of snurvelburbles.
the Snurf Devlins. Which,
Snurflats.
The Snurf Devlins. The Topsy and Turvy, like you can tell they are. It's not that they disagree with each other, but they are each as a unit. They are torn. Yes, they want to go, But they've got a reason to not want to go, and you don't know, like, they won't explain.
They won't say why they don't want to go home, but it might not be the best idea to help bring them home.
Right, they kind of want to go home, but they're hesitating to go home. However, they are certain that there are people in. You know for a fact that that Blingenstorm will be able to get you to the surface because I want anybody here to roll me history.
Oh, I don't know if I can do that, but I'm gonna try.
With my -1.
I do have proficiency.
All right, damn.
19.
Dumb.
And the Pam graduate comes through with the education. Pam taught you about this. There was a great Snurfevlin, like they ventured into the Underdark to reclaim their ancestral homeland. In like the past couple of centuries that happened. Actually, in the past century, because the Snurfevlin, they were originally an Underdark race that was driven out. And they claimed it was by the Drow, that the Drow came in and sieged their city and took their homeland from them, and they escaped. And so there's all kinds of Snurfevlin on the surface, or there were until within the past 100 years they headed back down, and nobody knows quite what's up with that. But that means that there will be people in Blingenstone that have been from the surface all the way down and weren't knocked out or drugged unconscious on the way there. However, of the bunch, you're getting the idea that it is A, the riskiest, and B, perhaps you should take that as a second option.
Yeah, it sounds like they might not like outsiders, and they might not even like Topsy and Turvy. They seem really antsy about going back there.
Has anyone in this party actually been to the surface before?
Of the people that are from the surface, you all originated from the surface. Eldith says that she's been to the surface, but she can't.
Gauntlgrim is.
Is Gauntlgrim on the surface?
Yes, Gauntlgrim is the dwarven capital city on the surface.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was underground.
Nope.
It's in a mountain.
Dwarves.
It is in a mountain. It's not in the Underdark. The Underdark is not just any old underground. Welcome to hell, Matt. This is literally
this
the
is
hell of the
literally
material plane.
hell.
Yeah.
If there wasn't an actual hell already in D&D.
And in fact, we went in through the mouth.
Yes.
There's
Wow.
another entrance. You don't want to go through that entrance.
So that is what the party. That is what the party knows, right? Elvis says that once you find the tunnels that take you up there, that's all we have to get from anybody down here. I'll be able to get you out, but we got to get ourselves into the tunnels because it's so confusing. I've never been too far in. Sushrar says that he thinks your best bet is to accept the assistance of his people, which he thinks he will have much success in swaying. Ront doesn't know. Ront doesn't have any input. Jimjar, when you mentioned going to Bligdenstone and you mentioned to go on Gracklstuck, like he just smiled and he's like, I'm good with anything. But you get the idea that, as a master spy or a thief, or so he claims to be, he's not intimidated by much.
Who wants to go there?
Who else am I missing here? Bapito is a Darrow, not a Duragar. He's a Darrow. They're a short little, think of a little more feral version of a gnome. Which is why it's so odd that he is so composed.
Yeah.
But Bapito claims Grackenstuck is his home. Grackelstuck is his home, so he's eager to go home.
I feel like we should go to Grackenstuck.
Grackelstuck.
Gracklestuck. Across the
Gracklestone.
ocean that, no crazy sea creature is going to attack our boat over. Or the lake. Sorry, not the ocean.
That's what I worry about, yeah.
There's going to be something in that Underdark lake. The friggin' monster from Lord of the Rings or some shit's going to attack us, man.
Yeah, but we can't handle a Baylor.
We can't handle
I'm more worried about aboleths.
That's when Shimshar says, "Fly, you fools," and takes all the XP for himself.
So you guys,
I think
you guys
Grackle-
want to go? You guys want to go across Dark Lake to Grackelstuck?
I think that's our best bet because it also sounds like Sloobladoop is near the Dark Lake as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
we could hit both
Sloobladup.
of them.
As
Sloobladoop.
far as we've been told, is on the near side, and Gracklstuck is on the other side.
On the other side. Okay.
So we would need to either steal something from Sloobladup or arrange
Have
passage.
somebody that is from Sloobladoop.
Yeah, and
I
that's
have magical
was-
powers. I don't need to
Sus-
steal things. I just need to find a wrecked boat and cast magic at it long enough.
Sushar will note that the reason that he thinks Sloobladup is the best bet is because you don't just cross the Dark Lake. It's just as much of a maze as everything else. But his people are very well versed in navigating the Dark Lake, and they are one of
So
the
he'd be a really
only
good guy.
peoples who used to. Even the Duragar, who have, like, if you explore the Dark Lake, he explains that he's seen the ancient bridges built by Duragar from generations long forgotten. They've abandoned the Dark Lake. Only the
Kuotoa?
only the Kuotoa know its passages.
Can you level with me, Shimshar? What kind of shit's hiding in that lake?
Jimjar or Sushar?
Shimshar, no,
Shushar.
Shushar. I was like,
Shimshar.
suddenly the gnome and the
Now
Kuotoa
they're
are the
one
same person.
character.
Yeah.
They're one character.
Okay, so
Shimshar.
Shushar is what's
Shoeshine.
actually Shoeshine. All right, so Shushar, he looks, he says,
Level with me here. What kind of shit's hiding in that lake? Like,
He says-
seriously.
it's no more dangerous than the rest of the Underdark.
That, you know, is a volatile statement.
He says,
Because the Underdark's pretty dangerous.
you did wish me to level with you.
Okay. I can't really get angry.
Well, he's level 3 now.
It is.
Ah,
I'm caught.
They didn't
Matt,
get as much XP
they're
as
probably
we
level
did.
2.
Matt, you're not earning the next beat that gets voted for you. Fuck you. That was bad.
Aww.
I'm gonna say, thank him for. Okay, man. Oh my god.
So,
Monsters.
but he says, dangerous it may be, but survive it I did. And violence, I will not.
Yeah, that's why you got us. Just give him the wink and the gun. That's why you got us.
Yeah. Big violence guy over here.
Big violence, gal, if you couldn't tell already.
Okay,
I
so
love violence. That's happening to other
is there
people.
anything else anybody wants to do? Tarvy and Topsy, like, they have a long and hushed conversation to each other. However, they will ultimately decide that Gitana, you were the one who convinced them to go, right, in the first place.
Mhm.
They will ultimately approach Gitana, and they will say that, they eventually should probably go to Blingdenstone. But if you need to go to the surface and you think that Gracklestug is the way to go, they will help. They owe
There's
you
always
that.
a possibility that, you don't. We find somebody in Gracklestug, and then you guys can go back to the city that you're from.
Topsy, like,
Blingdenstone.
Turvy does a little mumbling to himself,
If
right?
you want to.
And Topsy looks up, she says, wherever you're going, we're going to go to start with. We owe you that.
Okay.
You saved our lives.
Okay. That's fine with me then, but just know that you can go home at any time if you want to, if you're ever homesick or anything.
Yeah, she nods.
Mhm.
She says, thank you. And with that, she'll head back over with Turvy into their own little kind of reclusive corner. And that brings us to the camp. So basically what we're going to do here is I'm going to spend some of this time establishing typical camping routine for us as players. There are 3 shifts in which you and your chosen NPCs, and we can and will off-screen, off-panel, like, decide who's going to take what NPCs for easier management later, right? There are 3 shifts, and each one of you will take 1 shift to a PC, all right? There's that, but there's also travel in the Underdark. Before we go any further, actually, Gitana, I want you to make me a wisdom save.
Oh, that's
Because you were coated in
classy.
the blood of a Vrock. This is a save versus madness.
But I washed it off in the garbage. I
He
should.
washed it off in the ooze.
This ain't gonna be good. This is not gonna be good, guys. It's a straight roll, and it's not gonna be
Oh.
good.
Damn, that was really bad.
That was awful. All right, so
Of course.
we're gonna
She
say that's a
gonna
fail.
Go crazy.
All right, so roll me 1d10.
I don't wanna. I refuse.
You pick up your first
Yeah.
level of madness. All right.
1d10. I don't wanna. I don't want that 10.
Oh my God.
I don't want the 10.
So
I don't want the 10. I want to watch.
So you take your first shift, right, and you're gonna pass out, and when you wake up, like, your nightmares of that blood are so intense that you're going to be petrified of all, like, horrified of all the dried blood for the first 10 minutes of the following day.
Can I drink to escape this because I still have a flask of blue liquid?
You can take another shot and roll me a con save. Don't fail your DC 10 check by 5 or more.
It's gonna
Don't drink enough to hallucinate
It's gonna
either.
happen. Con.
You're good. You're good and drunk. You're not out of control, right?
Just further alcoholism.
You get
Oh.
you get that
Normal
alcohol
madness.
flowing through your veins, and you feel a lot better. All right, so once you guys start heading out, that night after resting, everybody is fully healed. Everything is set up. That night after resting,
Quick question.
What's up?
What did we find out from Sereth? What does he want?
What does Sereth want? Sereth has no place to
Yeah.
go. He worked at Velkenvir. He supposes that for the time being, he should follow you until such a time as he finds something to do with himself. But he knows better than venture through the Underdark alone. And so right now he doesn't have much of a choice, now does he?
True enough.
This will be delivered to you through bouts of frustration and actual gratitude that seems in direct conflict with his previous emotional states. Like, he is obviously going through some shit. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, so,
Good to know.
when you wake up, are there any other questions?
Can I share the liquor with Sereth?
Sereth will partake.
Would he like some? Well,
Sereth-
because we're on. If it's my group, like I'm gonna actually offer it to them. Like, hey,
Alright, so
while
who's...
we're on, and
okay,
see who
it's-
wants some. Not Stool.
Right.
Stool. What's that?
So, exactly. The scene's already going off in Puliferi's head. So it's camp night. The fire is flickering next to you, very low, not enough to draw attention, but enough to give you some warmth. Gitana does have some mushrooms. They're really the only thing to eat, right?
Yep.
Stool looks at you as you eat the mushroom. He looks up and he's, "What you doing?"
I'm surviving.
Oh,
I'm gonna make a noise.
I survive like this.
He sleeps? Does he fall? Does he just?
It's just like he roots.
Oh, cool. So you get your food from the ground.
What's food?
It is what you need to survive, what you need to stay awake. To make sure that you wake up the next day.
My parents are food. He unroots.
You're not wrong.
My parents are food.
Oh gosh.
And so what he's going to do is he's actually going to go over, like, he's gonna scuttle off, right? Dan seems to have fallen asleep. Dan is asleep, right? And so he's going to go and he's going to sit down next to Dan and he's gonna start doing a little dance. He's gonna go a little circle around Dan. He's gonna start dancing.
Oh, my drunken heart. This is too cute. I can't handle this. Katana's on the verge of tears. She can't handle the cuteness.
Next to you, All right,
Oh man.
we're getting a beat. We're getting a beat for this.
You're not wrong.
We're gonna beat for this whole. People like this. All right, so we're gonna give so Stool's gonna do his little dance, right, around Dan, and that's, you know, like you're sitting there like, oh my god, so cute, right?
So
and,
cute.
And
I'm worried he's claiming me as food.
Eldith is kind of watching this, being like, you know, he's fucking weird.
Yeah, but he's also really doesn't know a lot about the world. He really doesn't, and there's something endearing about that to me.
Oh, I totally, yeah.
Yeah.
He's fucking weird.
Yeah, he's a little he takes things very literally. I'm not quite sure how sometimes to explain stuff to him, but
Sushar,
kind of secretly hoping that on the way to Grimsgalok or wherever the fuck we're going, I'm just making up names now.
yeah, because you're drinking, like.
Grimsgalok, that we find his home place and we can kind of drop him off with his parents, because I feel like it is way too dangerous out here for this kid. It is way too dangerous out here.
Sushar, he speaks up. He says, "Not often a Myconid have I seen from its family this far."
I feel like that's kind of the, and I feel like that's kind of the drow slave traders' fault that he's so far away.
This is, he nods. He says, "A likely conclusion indeed."
Who would throw that guy out? He's so cute.
He says, "Not many. The Myconid themselves are prone to clustering together. They're a psychic type."
How big one of them suckers get? How big one of these myconids actually get? Like, do they just keep growing until
The largest
kaput?
myconid have I seen 8 feet tall, maybe 13.
So maybe we should keep them around and
This is
help them out a little bit.
they are a peaceful
Okay.
plant.
I do like the fact that I can understand everybody when he's around.
This is
It helps.
I do not envy Dan. At this point, like everybody looks at him, but he's not going to
Dancing.
answer why, right? It's like Stool is dancing around Dan, and Sushar is just like, I'm glad that's not me, right? And at that point, like Gitana will just like hold out her hand, or not Gitana, Eldith will just hold out her hand for the flask.
Oh yeah, here you go,
She
lady.
says,
Take the edge off.
"Yeah, I'm gonna do whatever the hell that is. It's probably better that poor bastard has to put up with it than I do." Swig.
It's got some kick. It's got some kick, Eldith.
She's like, "Chuck." Whoa, and she'll hand it back, like, and then you hold it up for Sareth, and Sareth is like, no, thank you.
You sure? And I'm gonna wiggle, click, 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 click.
I'm certain.
All right.
And so like, okay, so Dan,
Yeah.
you're taking shift 2, okay?
While I was asleep, did I manage to go back?
That was all shift 1, okay? So shift 2, Gitana's watch. Gitana, roll me perception.
I don't want my sleep to have been useless. That's all.
Stop making me wake wisdom. Oh, is that the? Oh.
All right, Gitana, you do not see anything threatening the camp during your watch.
Thank goodness.
All right. Especially not with a roll of 6, if there was anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say, now I'm feeling a little suspicious that there actually is something in the darkness and I need to go exploring.
All right, so Dan,
Yep.
that night you've escaped, it's been exhausting. You finally got your book next to you. You finally got your stuff, your spells. You are all good to go, right? Like, oh my god, they didn't damage anything. It seems that the Drow actually hold an appropriate amount of respect for a wizard's belongings, right? And
I even got that extra Drow component pouch, yeah.
And that night you dream. You dream deep.
Yes!
And you dream of a crystal, multicolored, oily, beautiful Underdark ceiling. And you dream.
This isn't the library.
No, this isn't the library. You dream of vegetation and beautiful, multicolored, glowing mushrooms growing everywhere. A giant mushroom sprouts in the middle of a clearing, and you see a like a ring of adult stools. Like they're medium-sized creatures. Some of them are actually large, and they are all psychically linked, and they're all doing a dance in a circle, and they just go, and they just go. And as you're about to like begin investigating, you really need to investigate. So curious, right?
Yes, I do.
So, and
I
as
was
you
going to
take
ask one of them something.
as you take a step, you hear behind you, "What's that?"
And I whip around! Stool!
And
Hey,
Stool
what
is-
is...
Stool is he's dancing with you in a circle.
Are you doing
around.
this? This dream?
He says, "What's a dream?"
What do you call this that we're in right now?
Underdark.
Oh, okay. For me, it's a dream because I'm asleep and not conscious. And
What's a sleep?
So my subconscious... Asleep is when you're not active and you're... well, my outside body, you can see that right now, right?
What's an
Oh, it's just-
outside body?
It's the other body that I have where it's just lying still on the ground. You can see that, right?
You died?
No, I didn't die. I'm moving a little bit, like I'm breathing, but other than that, I'm not really moving around that much. That's my asleep outside body. That's sleep.
Oh, asleep is when you don't move. Okay.
Yeah, but not dead.
Okay.
Like dead is a different kind of not moving, and this kind of not moving actually helps me feel better when I start moving again.
Oh, that's
It's
weird.
you know, it's like rest. You know, rest. Does that word make sense
Rest.
to you?
I know rest. You rest.
Okay,
weird.
it's rest. I'm resting.
You
My
rest
outside
funny.
body is resting. Yes.
Now
But
the whole
you're
time.
the one that's making this inside body see these things, right?
So like as like you're kind of eyeing like you want to see that mushroom, that circle of myconids. That's really fascinating. You've read about strange creatures in the Underdark, but you've never actually gotten the chance to see one up close. What are those things? What are they
I
dancing?
don't know.
What are the colors? All of these unanswered questions. This massive mystery.
Yeah, the library can totally wait.
Right? But every time you kind of like try and step out of the conversational and you try and take a step, what's that? Comes out of still, and this is gonna go on and on.
What's what? Like you got to point at it, Stool. That would
Each-
help, or describe it.
Each
You know
time,
how to describe things.
Each time you try and take a step, it's something different, something mundane, something small, and you're really starting to get worn down by this because you really have to know. And finally, you decide, you know what?
No, I'm
I'm
not.
going. I'll answer his question.
I'll pick him up
As you
and
move-
take him with me.
You pick him up and take him with you, and as you take that first step, Katana's waking you up. It's your turn.
Ugh. Ugh. Hi.
Stool is
Okay.
Stool is rooted next to you in the ground.
Oh, I was saying, please tell me he woke up hugging Stool.
He
Yes.
was in my dreams.
Yes.
Yes. My arms are wrapped around him. Ugh.
Oh, oh, I don't want to wake them.
I'll
Nudge,
look
nudge,
him up and like,
nudge, nudge, nudge.
this makes all the sense in the world.
My
Ugh.
drunk butt can't handle this cuteness. This is
Ugh.
fucking ridiculous. All right, poke, poke.
All right. So, Katana, it is time for a change in the for a shift in the watch, and that means it's the perfect time for us to take our top of the hour break. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back after these messages. I'm leaving
What's
the mic
top of the hour?
What's top of the hour?
What's the dial?
Don't even.